All right, just backed out of the garage. We are headed to pick up my mom. And she wanted, I told her I was about to go down there to the 610 Interlude, do some mild testing. And she said, sure, why not? She wants to roll with. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go grab her, pick it up. We're going to try to do some different stuff. I mean, our AI student driver is so good that, me filling up the time to talk is kind of, your boy might get tired of talking. So what I'm going to do is, for the most part, just play music, right? So if there's nothing exciting, I'm just gonna play the music and have you enjoy at 4 times speed what our AI student driver has, decided to take on board. Instead of me driving, have the AI student driver drive. And if there's stuff to talk about, I will talk. But yeah, I'm going to probably just let you kick back, enjoy some tunes while the AI student driver is functioning. So yeah, is there anything I gotta say before I let the music take over? If we have guest speakers, like my mom, we'll probably enjoy our conversations, if they're pertinent. If I got something going on, I don't know. This is fluid, right? It can kind of get boring just listening to me talk and having the car drive itself. I get it. But the main point of why I try to do, I do a music version where the whole thing is 4x speed. But I also want to get an idea for people that are just coming across my channel or just coming across one of my videos and trying to get a gauge on what our AI student driver is doing. How viable is it for them? Like if my neighbors, my mom, she showed some people at work and they were like, oh my God, I live over there. I want the individuals that are coming across my videos for the first time, especially if they recognize the area I'm in, traversing various different regions of Houston, that they know that this technology is and can be for them, right? I don't drive anymore, people. Most of my miles, because I have Tesla FSD and Tesla insurance, I'm able to, see exactly how many miles I've driven on FSD, autopilot, or manually. So I'm telling you, 99% of my drives are all on FSD. The occasional parking, or there might be some rare exception to why I might need to take over. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, if the car can be on FSD, that's what it's gonna be on. So, trying to get the neighbors to get some test drives. We're gonna be a little more adamant, especially on the weekends. I understand they work hard, all throughout the week, but some of these guys are my neighbors and they see us with the Teslas, yet they've never been inside one. And they don't understand that this isn't some kind of, like this car isn't like that BMW or Mercedes, whatever the fuck that thing is. They may look similar. They got wheels, they got doors, they got windows, but it's what's inside, right? It's nothing that can compare to Tesla's FSD software. And pretty soon, here in the great state of Texas, they're going to be launching an unsupervised version of the software in that Austin area. And if it's successful, not when, not if, but when it's successful, it's going to branch out all across the state and then all across the country. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it up. Maybe I won't. But again, there is definitely some ways I want to, you know, I'd like to see the channel grow, but, you know, slow and steady wins the race. I don't need to I don't need to have it all at once. Those that truly find value in watching the videos, I appreciate your viewership. It helps support me. You know, I've yet to receive my first paycheck from YouTube. Oh man, looks like there was an accident over there in that parking lot. That's unfortunate. But I've yet to receive my first paycheck via YouTube. I've got the threshold setting pretty high. You know, when that does pay me, it'll go to maybe buying another camera. You know, trying to figure out some various different setups here. You know, just to make sure I can. It'll go to helping the channel, essentially, whether that be cameras or, you know, I don't know, whatever else I'm using, you know, for the, you know, the channel, you know, whether that be speakers or headsets or lighting for some of the other videos. You know, all of that is, I'm going to be doing, I do the research of Tesla every day. I look at it every day. I see what's in the news every day. I drive the vehicle as much as I possibly can. And when I'm using the Tesla vehicles, they're on FSD. I have the solar panels. I have Tesla Electric as my energy provider. I use Tesla insurance for both of the vehicles. I want to share with anyone that'll listen how wonderful Tesla, the company, has been for me in more ways than just one. You know, I have a significant amount of stock. It's growing because I definitely don't think I could have enough shares. Like, I had a buddy ask me, he's like, man, you said once you got to 200 you'd be good. And I was like, yeah, that's before I really dove real deep. And he's like, well, how many shares is enough? And I'm like, I don't know the answer to that. You know, and like, I told him I'll get back with him in 2035 to see what Tesla is doing. So I really don't know. The more I utilize their products, the more I think about what they can and can't do, what they should and shouldn't do, and know that those big brains over there at Tesla have thought about what I'm thinking about 10 times over from a multitude of angles. Their execution from when I started investing in the company has been spot the fuck on. So I can't call it. I'm going to keep buying shares. Right now I got a fair value estimate of Tesla. Whew. I really haven't done one for 2025. As the business starts to evolve from just automotive, I find it harder and harder and much more work, right? So a couple of years ago, I just took ARC's model and implemented my own numbers, changed around a lot of the figures to create a bear bull base case scenario for Tesla, in my opinion, that stretched all the way out to like 2034. But it was on the assumption that they were going to produce around 20 million vehicles. Those vehicles got his ass out. Our AI student driver switches lanes to just avoid that scenario totally. Kudos to our AI student driver. We do need to get back over to the left as it is indicating, and we do. So, as I was saying, that roughshod, amateuristic, fair value estimate I created was on the premise that they would get around 20 million vehicles by 2030. Now, given the macroeconomic environment and the revelation of NVIDIA OpenAI's ChatGPT, all of these things in a vacuum would be meaningless. But as Tesla tries to predict the future and have an end goal that autonomous ride hail, electric autonomous ride hail, would probably do more for the transition to sustainable energy than building, 10 million Model Ys, 9 million Model 3s, or any combination of the next generation vehicle. Having the Cybercab being produced in like ridiculous volumes, like in more volumes than most automakers today, right? We want to produce more Cybercabs than what Ford and GM do combined in a year, right? That's the lofty ambition. And a lot of people were looking at it like Tesla would need X amount of factories, blah, blah, blah. But when they had their investor day in 2020, might have been 4th, I don't remember. But basically, when they unveiled their unboxed production method, that's what really got me bullish. And since then, they've been like, well, it's a little harder than we anticipated. When you're trying to do something from first principles and from the ground up, you might run into a few hiccups. That's understandable. But it seems like they're working hard to iron out those kinks. And I have faith that if they are striving to do so, then the juice is still worth the squeeze. And we will get a lot of information, because that unboxed method will be on full display with the Cybercab, and we'll get a little hint to when they start releasing these cheaper, more affordable models. It should be a hybridization of what the Model 3, Model Y lines are and what this unboxed method has to offer. So 2025 is going to be a lot of show me, right? We've built this up for almost half a decade now. It's about time we see some show me, and I think that's what 2025 will do. So I'm eagerly looking forward to what Tesla has to unveil when it comes to the cheaper, more affordable models. But more importantly, it's what will this autonomous future look like from the view of Tesla? And I'm talking about everything, right? From the app to managing fleets of vehicles, and then to bridge into that Airbnb type situation where I could add Stygian 2.0 to Tesla's fleet and receive a portion of revenue, for dedicating my own personal vehicle to that fleet, much like if I rented out a room with Airbnb, right? I still take care of the maintenance, I still take care of all the logistics, right? People are going to be owning like tens, dozens of Teslas, right? Like just cycling them through Tesla's Airbnb-like feature through the app. This is exciting. Like, there is a multitude of ways Tesla can start generating revenue from vehicles that they've already sold. That was when I built that model. It was that in mind, but you still couldn't technically fit it in a box, right? There was a robo-taxi section in ARC's model, and me, for my bear case, I just took it all out. For my base case, I took it all out, and in my bull case, that's when the numbers started getting a little bit nutty, with a conservative idea of what that might look like by 2033, 34, whatever. So, I have not done that again, because Tesla is they are right in the mix of this transformation from an automotive company to where many can see, well, if they're able to get this ride-hail autonomous situation going, what could that possibly look like from a revenue perspective? And even if they're not generating revenue per mile, this FSD supervised could easily become an unsupervised feature for people that have already purchased millions of Teslas across of North America. And then you start thinking about, well, globally, it gets a little weird. So the honking of the horn, ridiculous. People need to exercise a little patience. Anyway, so you got the robo-taxi aspect of creating a fair value estimate model, and then slowly but surely, Optimus has made leaps and bounds type of progress from 2023 to now. So you're like, oh man, and you get on the earnings call and Elon is just hyper excited about Optimus, right? The possibilities. You talk about the labor market, Tesla being able to just, it gets crazy if you create a product that the world has never seen before, available not only for commercial purposes, but consumer purposes. Like the average median family in the United States, you'd start thinking about what tasks Optimus is capable of doing. Will the cost-benefit analysis of owning an Optimus, I mean, wow, shock and awe factor aside, we're talking about the usefulness. You know, is this thing going to be able to, I mean, we've already seen it traverse crazy, you know, balance uphill, downhill, walking and catching itself as it slips. They're doing some things, and then trying to make this a mass product. It is crazy to think about. And even when you're trying to make a bear case, well, the bear case, you just throw all that stuff out the window and say they'll never do it. In the bear case, they'll never do it. They'll never get there. Same with autonomy. Even though autonomy is looking a whole lot more tangible than in years past. But imagine, 2 years ago, autonomy, you would just be like, in the worst case scenario, that just never, ever materializes. Now that's hard to fathom, especially as my car is doing 99% of my driving. But Optimus is in a similar boat, right? If they're deploying these things in factories, you know, you got analysts coming into Giga Austin, walking around trying to get test drives of version 13. In their peripheral, they will see Optimus is just walking about, doing tasks. You know, it's probably surreal. I'm like, what the, is this a stunt? And they'll be like, no, this thing just does this. Like, and then they're like, can we get on with our tour or whatever? Like, it's gonna be so commonplace for Tesla employees and then anybody else that adopts these robots. And to them, it'll be obvious, right? Same way it's obvious for me to know that FSD is not going anywhere. Even as this is right now, this has an incredible amount of value. Probably more than many people are giving it credit. And this is obviously a deal for this to drive you from point A to point B, from point B to point C safely, right? That is, what is the value of that when we have 40,000 plus deaths on US highways alone? So when you start thinking about what Optimus can and can't do, they're gonna give us as much information as possible regarding that, but there's just gonna be so much we don't know about this product until people start, you know, putting it in factories or putting it in the workplace, or even possibly having it function in their own home. It doesn't feel as tangible as FSD does today. That's all I'm gonna say. So you you just throw it out. But you can't just throw out FSD anymore. Like, you got take rates, and then you got an unsupervised version where ride hail is capable. You have to thinking about per mile, revenue per mile. How many are going to be in Tesla's fleet initially by the end of 2025, by the end of 2026? What is the rate they're going to be able to produce cyber cabs that they just, put into their own fleets? How many are they going to be able to sell to commercial, to consumers in general? I mean, a cyber cab, I guess, if it has a steering wheel and pedals, you could operate it or have it for personal use. You can still have a cyber cab for personal use easily enough. But more than likely, if you have a vehicle that does not require a driver, it making money for you when you're not using it seems like a logical situation. I don't know. It's tough for me to even see. Technically, we were supposed to exit. I believe we were supposed to exit right there, and our AI student driver did not. So, report bug. For whatever reason, it didn't exit. I was talking too much, not really caring too much. But it wasn't able to make its exit. So now it's going to exit Eldridge Parkway, hopefully, and be able to knock that out. So I'll definitely take a look at that video and, see what's going on. So we're gonna pick up Ma. That's the plan. We pick up Ma. We're gonna go straight to the beer can house, and then we're gonna go to the marketplace thing. Try to make sure we catch those sharp right turns first and foremost, and then we'll query Ma and see where she wants to go, and we'll do a couple of destinations that way, and then call it a day. We left our natural co-pilot Chewbacca at the house simply because I didn't want Mom to have to wrestle with him. But we'll make sure we send Chewbacca to the dog park maybe tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, as long as the weather keeps the way it has been. He's overdue. Probably get him to Bill Archer and let him do his thing. Maybe go to Billy Bush in the morning. Who knows? We'll see how we're feeling. It is Super Bowl Sunday mañana, so we'll see. But we missed our exit. Looks like we're gonna have to do a little underpass U-turn here. We'll see how our AI student driver handles that. Pretty nice day, partly cloudy here in southeast Texas. it feels pretty natural. Like, I'm not even so certain the navigation might have wanted us to take that exit, but this seems pretty natural to me. Like, as long as our AI student driver isn't making incredibly long detours, missing exits that would make you have to go an extra 5-10 minutes to your destination, I'm okay with this. But it seems like I've experienced this before, and there is probably an area up there where taking that earlier exit would have made this faster. So, but as long as we get to where we need to safely, as long as it's not trying to force itself in a bad situation just to meet the navigational needs, I'm perfectly fine with that. It was relatively smooth, so, you know, and they're doing a lot of construction back here, so the roads look different. Like, I remember there was just nothing but barrels back here in this situation. This light doesn't seem to be functioning at all, so we got a blinking red. It should be treated like a stop sign, which we stop and we proceed. So this is handled perfectly this time. Although there's no other cross traffic, there's no other vehicles to really gauge whether or not it's behavior. But the last time we came here, these roads, you know, we were driving on the left side of the road. As a matter of fact, these are freshly constructed. So our AI student driver is able to pick up on those cues without being prompted. And, you know, if these were blocked off, it would continue to follow the road signs as necessary. And just like that, we have arrived at the Fuse Apartments on Park Road. Take me to the beer can house.
And I'm like, oh my God.
So yeah, let's go. What was I about to say? Yeah, the road was fixed. There wasn't nobody on there, and the car, it didn't bat an eyelash, even though previously there were barrels and everywhere there.
Mm-hmm.
So this time it just kept doing what it was supposed to do.
And it's just taking a little time up and through here, huh?
Yeah, anytime it's in a parking lot, it's never gonna go super fast. I mean, it's reasonably looking out for pedestrians in the parking lot and cars that could, you know, move in and out. So if you're an HEB or Kroger, it's not gonna move super fast in those parking lots.
Mm-hmm. It's turning again, ain't it?
Kind of knows where it needs to go. Yeah. So we're gonna. What's up? Is it too hot in here?
A little bit for me.
All right. So what you want to do is you just grab that right there. You put
and just kind of bring it where I can feel it in my face. Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm.
You can also, we can raise it up if you want.
60. Yeah. Oh yeah, like that.
vehicle. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. It stopped for these kids.
Oh my God! You see that?
I mean, honestly, I was messing with the air condition, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice the boys until the car stopped.
Well, they need to learn them bumps too.
The bump's fine. Like, I don't mind that.
I want to see what it do.
Hopefully, it
Look.
wants to go through this side, but I don't know. Please do it.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
I see it. It's like, okay, that gate's moving.
Okay, so it's gonna hit that gate if you don't. Is it gonna come this way?
Now it says object in the path, right?
Oh, thank God the car came.
I think it still wants us to go, so we're gonna do it. We're not gonna play with it while there's other cars here trying to do something. But it's interesting. It wants to do it, but I think it needs more confidence with those scenarios. So report bug. And just report the bug.
Yeah, I forgot the side was open, Jacob.
Yeah,
I went around on that side.
Wow.
And I had to hurry up and turn it because 2 cars was coming. Because I'm so used to it being closed right here.
And our AI student driver, it didn't change it knew what to do.
Yeah, I see.
So.
It just looked funny, both sides open up.
This used to worry me, Mama. This technology is gonna make you not care about driving in traffic. Look, because we got to get from this lane to over there, right? And for me, that used to be so stressful.
Will you turn the blink on?
Oh yeah, it's gonna do all of this. Watch this.
I see that.
So if we don't exit, we're gonna hit Dariasher, right? If we don't get over. So it's got the blinker on, indicating to the people behind us, right, what our intentions are. And I used to worry about this all the time. I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, right, seeing if I got a window to keep going to the left. This thing does everything. And it's got 3 settings, right? I keep it on chill because I ain't in a rush to go nowhere.
Oh, I was finna ask you what that means. I thought that was the air conditioning.
No, chill. So if I do this, I can change it to standard. And it'll make it that's the middle setting, right? And I can also do this and put it in hurry mode. So it'll, depending on the profile that I have it set, it'll get over here a lot faster and it'll move, right? Like it's in a hurry, right? Getting into the faster lanes when all of this is bad over here.
Oh, okay.
But me, I like
back
to
on chill.
I'll put it back on chill. See how I just got into this lane? If we were on chill, we wouldn't even be over here.
Wow.
But yeah, so going to the beer can house. We got about 16 minutes, 12 miles or so to get there.
Let's do give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
you live in the state of Texas, if you don't have a car, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
My goal is to have this, once it becomes I'm thinking about a year from now, where both our vehicles, Yoshi and mine, could drive us and then go back home after it's done, or go do something else. Right?
Like what?
Anything. Like, if I needed to go to the VA, and I'm only going to be there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I can have this thing take me to the VA, and instead of parking, I can have it go do rides in the area.
Okay.
Like, I could be like, go do some ride hail and meet me back here at 4 o'clock. And the car will go do drives. People will summon the vehicle through the app and be like, yeah, could you take me to Derry Ashford? Can you take me to Westheimer? Can you take me to X? And then it'll do the rides, and then it'll be like, I need to get back to the VA Medical Center in Houston, Texas by this time. And it'll have an estimated time constantly, like it's estimating our time of arrival. If I tell it to meet me back someplace, it'll keep an estimated time of how long it will take depending on traffic, and then stop giving rides and get back to me in the time that I specified.
Oh, okay.
So, and if Yoshi's going to work, she gets there at 10. That car doesn't need to sit there for 8 hours. Mama, you need to go somewhere, you know? You want to go get some groceries. You could be like, hey, Yoshi, can I get your car? And it'll already be set up to friends and family. She might not. What?
Oh, the car behind her.
Yeah, it's moving.
Huh? And it's moving with. This one's like.
He may be a little pissed. He may be a little pissed. Well, I can't control that. Where you going? Where you going, Forerunner?
I know, but he just come up behind you like.
Unnecessarily. You hit me if you want. I got video evidence. I am not concerned. That's why I have insurance, and that's why the video is always on when I'm driving this car. So we're gonna exit Westcott.
Who?
Westcott. I think it's this right here.
Okay, I don't
Humans.
know.
Humans. I'm not concerned.
Okay.
That Tesla might be driving.
No, she got her hands on that wheel.
Yeah.
And that's how I normally see.
Most people don't even know, right? And to me, I'm not driving in this no more. If it's traffic, I definitely got it on. I'm not even playing. But you see more and more Teslas. That guy didn't have his hands on the wheel.
Who?
That other Tesla, he was in an S. Yeah, what was I saying?
About going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she goes to work, turn around.
Ooh, somebody hit him?
Maybe. He might have had a stall and just got out of the way. But, you know, Yoshi doesn't need that car to sit there in the parking lot for 8 hours. There's no need for it. Even then, it could always just, you know, go back home and be protected in the garage, or, you know, charge itself.
How it's going to charge itself?
Eventually. I would say sometime in the very near future, Tesla's going to introduce wireless, kind of like, see how our phones are charged? My phone is charging. If you put your phone there, it'll charge. They're going to create these wireless charging pads that they're going to put at most, designated supercharging stations, right? And the vehicles will just drive over them, charge, and then when they have enough charge to do what they're supposed to do, they'll get off that pad and go do their job. And eventually we're going to be able to put that in the garage where, you know,
it's a pad, like.
Yep, it'll just drive over a pad
and
sit there, charge, and when it's done, it'll open the garage and go back and pick her ass up or go do whatever it needs to do.
Okay.
So I probably should have checked out that Starbucks. She's looking for this cup. She's giving up hope. There was a
I thought he was trying to get over here.
He might have been. I was ready to take over. I hadn't been on this roundabout, so.
And when it yields, it just yields and keep moving.
That's what's up.
Whoa! Oh, Lord, I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
You okay, Bob?
It's just, I thought it was going that way and it went this way, and then it's cold over here. I'm like, oh my God. Where are we?
My spidey sense is up. I haven't never come this way before, so I was ready to take over, and that's why I want to test it down here.
Okay.
A lot of people live down here with Teslas, and they don't have the version of software that I do. And they requested it. They were like, hey man, can you take that new software and see if there's some issues, some problem areas that I've been experiencing on his software? And because mine's a little...
It's downtown?
It's a 610 Interlude, basically. So this is why I'm down here, because these roundabouts, these roads, they're all... It's weird. When they made these, it's weird.
Didn't go, did it?
No, it's pretty safe.
Like, you know,
in previous times it might have tried to go through, but on this build I've never seen it make a bad decision with cross traffic. So road humps, and this is
it's not a stop sign.
Not a stop sign, indeed. It didn't stop.
Yeah, but what if somebody had not done the other stop sign?
See, but this is a stop sign. Will it stop?
Yeah.
It's just following the road rules, Ma. That's
It's
all.
neat up in here, ain't it? No. I don't know. Would you stay up in here?
No, it's probably expensive as fuck.
No, but I'm just saying.
If it was affordable, yeah. Like Chiefs fan right there. They had a Chiefs flag. No, I'd imagine it's to me it's too in the city. I've grown
in the city?
I've grown used to the suburbs and where the air is cleaner. All right, you got it. These roads are tight back here. Last time I was back here, we like hit the curb a couple times because these roads are pretty bad.
These are townhomes or something?
Look at this.
What the hell? Wait, live by golden rule. What's that?
That's the beer can house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so
It ain't
technically
open.
it wants us to go in there, but
I'm
look at it, look what we're doing.
I know, I'm looking. Oh my God, the beer can house. I need to
Oh shit, now we're in the way.
Okay. So, what it was gonna do? Turn?
I think it was gonna try to turn around. We're headed to the Central Market. We got to the beer can house and we conducted a tour. It's saying we got an object in the path, mainly, I don't know, maybe it's seeing things. But we give it a little bit of the accelerator and we push it forward. Beer can house was interesting though.
Very interesting. Wow, never heard of it. I kind of like it up in here.
Okay.
Kind of quiet.
All right, let's see if it can make this. Look at that divot right there.
Watch your turn, baby.
I want to see if it makes this move. You can do it.
They gonna hit it.
Well, we had a car coming up behind us, so we didn't want to just sit there. Report bug.
These streets are so narrow.
Yeah, this is crazy back here. So, there's a little divot, little ditch-like experience in that tight right turn there. Want to see if our AI student driver can make it, you know, without needing to be prompted. Just driving around it would be nice. So,
We're on Memorial Drive.
we got an unprotected left here. I'm not supposed to be able to make this between 7 and 9 a.m. I wonder if our vehicle would know the difference. Something I'd like to test one day. And as you can see, our car is able to hopefully make this I'm just looking. I mean, the car doesn't need you to move at all.
Memorial Drive on the okay.
More than likely, that our camera was probably burnt out. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking.
You're just looking around. But the goal is to just get more miles down in this area. You see, it's a different type of driving environment down here in the 610 loop that is more consistent with old school cities, right? So got curvy, uneven roads, a lot of signs, you know, telling humans what they can and can't do. Being able to get out and, you know, make these decisions based on the navigation.
Wow.
Not go down there, get up here.
I'm lost.
You lost?
I'm lost. I don't know nothing about no Houston.
Alright. So as you can see, these intersections, they're just weird. And the roads aren't very good, but we got to be able to drive down here. If I send my car down there to pick somebody up,
They gotta
the car's got to know how to move and get there. It'll always be able to call home, right? And get advice on what it should do next. You know, that's going to be a benchmark of wireless driving. I don't know why we were backing up just now. All right, so. Beautiful.
Can I let this down?
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
Look, you knew to get over, didn't you?
It knows that path is blocked for sure, right?
Jacob, look at these. When y'all gonna get a house like this?
Never. It's unnecessary.
No, it's not.
To live like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? That's what you want me to? You
I
one of
just
these
think
Fresh
it's
Prince of
all
Bel-Air
neat.
houses?
Look at this. This is just.
No. We got more house than we need right now.
I mean,
If she get a baby, we'll talk. But other than that, we have more house than we need.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the.
What'd I to drive down here more, even though it might rip up the vehicle a little bit, give it a little wear and tear. But that's what I bought it for, was to test the software, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing when it's driving itself, right? It's gonna have to come down here. So we got the marketplace, Central Market. Central Market over here.
I've never been here.
I just plugged in some random spots. Right?
Is it like a market?
Yeah, it's like a
Food market? Can we go?
You want to go inside?
Yeah, I never.
Never
No.
been my intentions.
Okay. All right. I've never been to a Trader Joe's. That's it.
You want to go to Trader Joe's?
It's one right by the house, ain't it?
Yeah, we go to Trader Joe's.
What you call it? Ooh, my stomach hurt. I don't know. I've been having pain in my stomach. What you call this? Central Market?
It's called Central Market.
Oh, Yoshi been here?
Oh, I don't think so.
Is it probably expensive? Central Market.
Oh.
Let me see if he comes. Him. Yeah. Oh, look at all that wine.
That's what he finished shopping for.
He's like, get some wine. Oh, we don't have to go in.
Nah, you probably rather go in with Yoshi, ain't you?
Yeah. If she, it would be with Yoshi. Let me see what this car would be.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. There's just so much. Look at what it's saying.
Look. It looked like a little game,
Like a little video game, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Making sure it don't hit nobody.
I see that. You see him right here. Them two up there. Them going in the store. Well, how do cars be like?
And if it was like if you're in the back seat and you wanted to go to Central Market, it would just drop you off here and then go about its business until you're ready to pick it back up.
And you just say, hey, be back in 2 hours.
Or you could just grab another car.
Another one.
There won't be just my Tesla out there on the road.